Aloha, my name is Patrick Makuakane, and I've been living in San Francisco for about 12 years now. And I'm a hula teacher. I teach hula here in San Francisco, and I have about, I would say, over 120 students. Ano ka hui me hoe mea I ke ole oi ai wo kia e ke kainui e puana aku na e au e kai aloha. I mean, we're some 2,000 miles away from home, yet dancing hula, hearing the chants and singing the songs and dancing the dances, it makes you sort of feel like you're right there. And I think it's important for many people to have that. Yeehaw! Okay, let's get our There is a piece in the world according to hula called The Seduction of the Matahari. And that piece starts off very, very slowly and eerie and melancholy, and the dancers crouch and move on the stage very slowly and push away, and you hear this sort of like siren in the back and a choir voice in the background. Then the music starts to build and build and build slowly and slowly, and in the background it gets harder and harder and harder. And then at one point it just like explodes into this plethora of beats going really fast, and it just like surprises everyone. It comes out of nowhere. And that's what's really interesting to me. It's like it starts off slow and then bam, we're off. It's pretty exciting. In ancient times, we are a product of our environment, and the hula serves as a reflection of the world around us. And I find it very important to pay tribute and homage and honor our past and our traditions. That's of utmost importance to me. But on the same token, I also recognize the fact that the hula is a living, breathing art form, and I want to be able to showcase it in this contemporary world of ours. And so that's what the world according to hula is about. It occupies a niche in every facet of our lives, so that we can express ourselves through dance and song. That is so incredible to me, that we are given that opportunity to say who we are and celebrate who we are by singing and dancing. That's a really amazing concept when you think about it. And so that's what this show says. This is our world, and this is how we view our world through hula. There's a whole mix of dancers, from people who are from Hawaii who moved here, to children from Hawaiian parents who were born here, to people who always had this sort of close affiliation to Hawaii, and they're using hula as this bridge to Hawaii. It's interesting, it's just like when I was dancing hula. In hula, it wasn't all Hawaiians who were taking hula. We had Caucasians, we had Japanese, we had Chinese, we had Hawaiians. It was a diverse ethnic crowd dancing hula. And it's very similar here in San Francisco. We have Hawaiians, we have Caucasians, Asians, Filipino. I mean, we run the ethnic gamut, basically. And I like that similarity. I think the whole hula experience, and I'm so fortunate to be teaching hula, has really enabled us to keep this experience of Hawaii all together here in San Francisco. I mean, when we get together all the time, because they're mostly local people, everyone's we're dancing hula, people are speaking pidgin, we're eating local foods, and you kind of feel like you're in a mini Hawaii. We're in our own sort of insulated world that reeks of Hawaiianness. And those are really great times because I feel like I am at home, and that edge about missing home is sort of gone, you know. So the whole experience of teaching hula and being together really helps to keep us bonded back to the Aino, to the land of Hawaii. What's amazing to me is how many people who lived on Hawaii never bothered with it. But because they're living here in the mainland, they miss Hawaii so much, this is like, oh, this is an opportunity for us to stay connected back home. And so they take all these classes, and then they think, why haven't I done this before? You know, they realize how interesting it is and how it was an important thing that's missing from their lives. And so it's really exciting to see people get into it. Well, traditional hula is usually accompanied by the pahu drum, the shark skin covered drum, or the ipu heke, the gourd, the double gourd. And there are dances that have a somewhat similar tone in cadence and movement, and hand movements and feet movements are not too ostentatious. They're describing or adding to the poetry of the chant. And more or less the movements are simple yet meaningful. We were not a literate nation, so everything that was passed on, all our lore, our stories, was passed on through chant and song. And hula served as an addendum to this to keep all of this alive. And not only that, it became such an intricate part of our culture and, you know, part of our celebration of who we are as Hawaiians. All the traditional things that I've learned, I've kept traditional, and I've kept the way that it was given to me because that's the way I was taught, and that's the way I love it, that's the way I see it. And there's a plethora of chants and poetry and dances out there that are not bounded by those traditional constrictions that you're able to experience in a more contemporary vein, and those are what I find interesting. The traditional things, I leave it alone because it has this pristine beauty about it that I feel shouldn't be touched, and that's fine. And there's this whole area over here that you can explore, and I'm enjoying being in this area. This area I love as it is, and I leave it alone. This area, I'm there. And one of the things I love about doing English song is that as you're singing and dancing, the audience immediately understands the poetry. They can hear the poetry, the moon and the stars are the gifts you gave. And as the dancers dance to the meaning of that line, people identify it right away. So you can really tug at people's emotions when they understand the poetry of the song that you're dancing.
The first ever I saw your face, I thought the sun rose in your eyes, and the moon.
Hawaiians and non-Hawaiians alike, all of them get what Roberta Flack is saying, and they all experience that. They all remember someone that they saw for the first time, and the feeling when they saw this person's face was like so incredible. And so they're like, you know, it's a breathtaking piece for a lot of people because they can easily identify with what's being said and with the movements of the dancers. The whole specialness of the piece resonates within them.
The first time
people are leaving the show realizing that this hula they're seeing is not this sort of simple-minded dance they had these preconceptions about. Because especially a lot of people over here have no idea what hula is about. And they come to the show and they see this sort of a revolutionary approach to hula that they never thought was possible. I mean, you know, like from traditional dancing on our knees, praising our gods, to Roberta Flack singing The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. And when they leave, one of the comments that I hear all the time is that, God, that seems like it was perfect for that. Like that was the natural way it should be done. And it's great that they can recognize, you know, that there's a difference between traditional and contemporary style of dancing, yet there's this sort of link to it as well. And I think people are really appreciative of the fact that they're able to witness this evolution of dance through a show, the show World According to Hula. We start off our show by commemorating the coronation of King David Kalakaua. And so we have his picture here on our stage, and Kalakaua stays up there for the entirety of the show, watching the whole show. And I love that because Kalakaua was a vanguard. You know, he was like ahead of his time, especially in the area of the arts, because he loved all the traditional aspects of the hula and culture and language. Yet he recognized that we're in a new time now, and there's all this other wonderful thing that's dances and songs and art that's out there, and he wanted to help bring his people into the new century by incorporating all of these things. So he created like many new chants and songs and even new dance steps. And I feel like in a small way, I'm sort of doing the same as him. I'm keeping and nurturing these old traditional chants and songs that I've learned, yet recognizing, wow, but look at all this wonderful stuff around us today that I can use to celebrate who we are as Hawaiians, to commemorate my experience as a hula dancer. You know, it's just like this whole resurgence of culture, of old and mixed with new, to keep our culture moving, which is what he did. And Kalakaua visited San Francisco a few times, and unfortunately he died here at the Sheraton Palace Hotel, which is a couple miles from where we're at here at Kawa Theater. And supposedly the last thing he said before he died was, "Tell my people I tried." And we want him to know that not only do we know that you tried, Kalakaua, but you succeeded. Because if you could see what is happening to the hula right here, and you could see that it is affecting so many people, I believe you would be so proud and happy to see that. What the effect of hula is having on people, and that he was like a catalyst in making this happen.